Hi, good evening, everyone. We'll be starting in next few minutes. Let everyone join. Okay, all right. Good evening, everyone. We can start now. Few people are missing today. Just a second. Let me just put a message in the group.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Sorry. It's not routed to my mic. That's why. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, sorry for starting a bit late today. I was traveling, so I got stuck in the traffic. That's why I kept like half an hour late. Fine. Let's get started. I'm just going to share my screen. Fine. So in the last session, we have discussed about uh, the data analytics. So we understood what exactly data analytics is and what are the different types of data analytics we have. Before getting started with anything, we should know about few more steps. That is going to be one of the important thing. That is life cycle of a particular project. So in this particular course, we are going to focus on data science project. So I'm going to just taking the context to the data science only. So we are going to discuss data science project lifecycle first of all. Do anyone have any confusion related to the session that we had yesterday?
Okay.
All right, perfect. All right. So data science project lifecycle. So through this lifecycle, we'll understand like what are the different phases and who is the responsible person in that particular phase. So we'll try to understand and what are the other people who are going to involve in our project that is not a part of a data science team. So the main thing starts from understanding the problem. So the first phase is going to be that is understanding business problem. Business problem, or you can say like understanding the problem statement, both are same. So first of all, we have to identify what problem we are facing, what problem we are going to solve. So in this particular phase, we are going to ask a lot of questions. Yes, you will be getting the problem statement, but you need to ask few things. You have to be clear from your own end. What exact is the need of the client? So, in the end of the day, we'll be solving the business problem. So, questions will be related to the business. Question will be related to the goal. Let's suppose we are creating any app. So, what is going to be the goal and who is going to be the end user? So, all these questions will get solved over here. Now, the next phase that we will go from here, that is going to be data gathering. Now, we have to gather the data because we will be solving some problem, and end of the day we will be giving data driven decision. And to give the data driven decision or to create a model, to train the model, we need data, and we will be getting the data based on the problem statement, right? So once we got the data, we'll move to the next step. The next step is going to be, once we have got the data, and this phase is going to be quite lengthy, or you can say important and lengthy both. So here, this particular phase, we are going to call it as data pre-processing. Now, data pre-processing phase, you can basically break it down in different chunks also. Data pre-processing, what exactly does it mean? Yes, you have got the data, you understood the problem, you got the data, you gather the data from different sources. Now, the data is not going to be always in the way that we want, not in the favorable condition. In our uh, basically the same data, we can't directly give it to the model. That data need to get pre-processed. Just like let's suppose you are solving a problem or you're building a project where you have to predict the customer is eligible for loan or not. So here we have to understand what exactly the data we have got and what are the important details of the customer we need. We don't require customer phone number, we don't require customer name. What we're interested in, we are interested in the details of the customer, like their civil score, their ongoing loans, uh, their like defaulter or not. So there are multiple things, these factors are there, so we will be focusing on those factors. And data cleaning is also going to be one of the important part in data pre-processing. Data cleaning, why we need to clean the data? Yes, we'll be dropping some features, some columns in the data set, and we are also going to remove the null values, or we are going to fill something in the place of null data. Data may be empty sometime. We have to treat the null values. So data cleaning, data wrangling, and one more thing is going to be there over here. After data pre-processing, we are going to also perform one step I'm going to add, that is going to be feature engineering. Feature engineering. Now, what exactly feature engineering is? When I say feature, feature means nothing but column. In data science, we don't say column, we say it as features. Let's suppose you have an Excel file and you have uh, 10 columns. You are going to say 10 features you have. So feature engineering, what does it mean? There are different aspects of feature engineering. The first thing, if we talk about in the term of computer science, we all know computer only understand numbers. So
Okay.
sometime the data that we will be getting is going to be categorical. Categorical means what? Let's suppose you have got the car details, car data. You have a column called fuel column. In fuel, it is written petrol, diesel, EV and all. Model is not going to understand what is petrol, what is diesel and all. We have to change it into numbers. That particular process is called encoding. We'll discuss different encoding methods as well. So encoding is going to be one of the aspect of feature engineering, and it also involves creating new features. Creating new features like how? Let's suppose I'm taking the same example of car data. In car data, you have got in which year car was bought. Now you have got the year when the car was bought. Now from the year you can extract the age of the car. Now from the year column, you are going to create one more column just by subtracting. Let's say we are entered into 2026, so we are going to take the current year and we'll minus the bought year of the car. We'll get the age of the car. So we'll be creating a new column and we'll be dropping the year column. So these things are going to get done in feature engineering. And here, one of the major steps just after feature engineering that we are going to have is going to be EDA. EDA basically stands for exploratory data analytics. Exploratory data analytics. So here, if I'm going to just take this particular phase, so whatever we have discussed from here to here, this particular phase is going to take at least 60% to 70% of the time in the entire project. We understood the problem, we gathered the data, we pre-processed the data, we made the data to be understood, then we perform some feature engineering if it is required, then we perform EDA, exploratory data analysis. So in this phase, we try to dig out the insights from the data. We are going to perform that descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics. All the things will get performed. And when we are going to perform all these things, so we will be getting one more thing, that is going to be prescription. That is the prescriptive analytics. So we will get the evidence from this particular events. We can give further decision based on data. That is data driven decision. After this particular completing this particular phase. So EDA involves performing some statistical calculation and a lot of data visualization. And if you are going to done with this particular step, you can, and like not only EDA. Let's suppose in Python, you know EDA, and I'm just giving one reference. You know Python till EDA. You know how to perform EDA. Plus, you know SQL. Plus, you know Power BI, or Tableau. Any one is fine. If you know Power BI, Master Power BI, Power BI is more than enough. So you can start targeting the role of data analyst. How data analyst is involved in this particular project life cycle, we'll discuss. Now, after EDA, our data is ready. Data is ready for what? To perform predictive analytics. Now, we answered few questions: what happened, why did it happen, what to do, but what will happen in future. So here, to perform predictive analytics, we will go to the next phase, and this phase is going to be about machine learning model training, ML model training. ML model training. So we will be giving the data to the model, the clean data, not the messy data. We will be preparing the data. So data preparation is going to be done till here. Once our data is prepared, we are going to give the data to the model. Model will get trained on the data. Once the model is trained, we will move to the next phase, and this phase is going to be model evaluation. Model evaluation means we trained the model. Now we have to check how well the model is working. We will be taking a training data. Model will get training data. We will be also having the test data, the data that model has not seen, the data that is unseen to them. Model will get new data, and model will try to predict something, and we are going to evaluate how good the predictions are getting done by the model. If model is doing well in evaluation, we will move next. That is going to be the final phase over here, and this final phase is nothing but, just a second, yeah, model deployment. Okay, deployment part, as I told you, we are going to see, like, we will be creating the web application using Flask or using Streamlit. But actually, model deployment means nothing but integrating the model in the workflow of that particular application. Just take a simple example. A simple example of Gmail. Gmail is classifying your emails, but who is basically classifying that? Models, machine learning models, or AI models, you say. Now that particular model has been integrated in the pipeline. Who is integrating all these things? The dev team. Our job was to create the model and give the model to the dev team, and we don't know about that particular product. Gmail is nothing but an application, a software. We don't know about that particular product, how it is working. Who knows? Dev team, no. Dev team will be integrating it in the pipeline. So whenever the mail will come, so mail will first get read by the model, and model will decide where that mail should go. It should go to spam, or it should go to promotions, it should go to social, or it should come in your inbox. Now, one more thing is over here. When we are talking about model evaluation, not always your model will perform well. Now, what to do when model is not performing well? We will go for retraining. Now, here the retraining is going to be in different way. What exactly the different way we are talking about? So here we are going to perform something called hyper parameter tuning. Okay. Now we are not going to do it manually. There will be some methods that we will be using. Methods are k-fold, grid search CV. So basically we perform cross validation. Now, let me take you to one of the official website, then we'll try to understand what exactly the context is. Let's say one algorithm we are going to discuss in our future class, that is called decision tree. Very important because in interview there will be chance 90% chance that you will face this particular question, like any question related to decision tree. Now, so we will be using scikit-learn library. In scikit-learn library, we have this classifier called decision tree classifier. One algorithm, a machine learning algorithm. If you don't know this algorithm, no, nothing. It doesn't even matter. Why I have taken you over here to just look here. What are all these things? These are nothing but the parameters, or we call it hyperparameters of the model. So here you can see there is a parameter called criterion. There is a default value. By default, it is going to be Gini. What is Gini? Let it be. We'll be talking about all the maths and all, what the maths is involved behind Gini, behind entropy, we'll be discussing. But what is the by default parameter over here? Gini. No, I want to change it. I want to make it entropy. Yes, I can do it manually, but how many parameters I will be changing manually? It is going to be a lengthy process. What we used to do, we used to create a one hash map. Hash map in Python, we call it dictionary. So we will be passing the parameters with different values. We will be passing a list of different parameters for each hyperparameter. And model is going to perform cross validation. Let's say I am going to keep the cross validation 5. So 5 times model will get trained with different parameters and will come to know about which are the best parameters. That is what happened in hyperparametering. Hyperparametering we can simply understand in a way. Let's suppose your bike or car is not working well. What you will do? The performance of your bike or car is not good. What you will do? You will take it to the mechanic. You will take it to the service center, right? What mechanic is going to do? Mechanic is going to perform some tuning. Tuning means what? He's going to change some parts. Part could be anything. He's going to check some wires. If the wires are loose, it will fix the wires, the connections and all. And after that, your car or bike will start performing well. That's what we try to do with the model. If the model is not performing well, we try to tune the parameters. Then we are going to evaluate the model again. Our work is not done. We are going to evaluate the model again. Now, this particular cycle that we have seen, it is an iterative process. Why we are calling it as iterative process? So after model deployment, again business understanding will come in the picture. Again, we'll be gathering the data. Pre-processing will done. Feature engineering will get done. We will perform ED if it is required. Again, model will get trained. Again, model will get evaluated. Again, it will get deployed. Why it is an iterative process? Let me take you 10 years back. Let me take you 10 years back to the year 2015. If I'm going to talk about some details of the car, In 2015, OLX was giving the prediction of the car price. If you remember, in 2015 also, OLX was giving the prediction to the car price. If you are going to sell your car, that feature was there. Now, if you talk about the feature that the model is getting the number of kilometers you have driven the car, what type of owner you are, first owner, second owner, third owner. Then there is something called fuel type. Okay, fuel type. Now, in 2000, I'm just talking about this particular year. In 2015, we were having the petrol car, we were having the diesel car, we have seen the CNG car. But how many of you have seen EV car? Was EV there? Was EV in the market? Bikes and scooty were there. EV scooters were there, but have you seen EV car in 2015? Yes or no? Anyone?
Very
No.
rare. Actually, it was not available in market.
Yeah, in Indian market it was not there. It was there, but in Indian market it was not.
It was not there.
Yes, it was not there. We were having the scooter and all. Electric scooter were there, but EV cars were not there. Now something new came into the picture. EV model don't know about EV. What is EV? What are the EV cars? What are the importance of the car? Model has to predict what? The sale price. Model has to predict the sale price, but model don't know about EV. How model is going to give the right prediction? Now here, when something new is coming in the picture, again we are going to understand the business, like what changes we have got in the business, and it is not limited to only EV. Now what you will see, every 6 months new models will get added in the market. Every company is going to launch at least one or two car in a year. That means we will be having 10 to 20 new cars every year in the market. Now, that particular model that is getting used, they should also know about that new cars, because people may start selling the car just after 6 months or 1 year of purchase. Model should know about that particular car as well. So again, we are going to understand the business. Business means what changes we have got. We will be gathering the data. We are going to gather data. Again, data pre-processing will get required. Feature engineering will perform EDA. Here in EDA, we are going to give out the insights. We are going to tell some stories. So storytelling will be there. And that after cleaning the data will be given to the model. Model will get evaluated. If it is working well, then fine. Otherwise, hyperparameter tuning will be get done. And finally, it will get deployed. It will get deployed. And one thing you might have heard about called A/B testing. A/B testing is also going to get performed over here in deployment. So basically here, let's say A is our old model. We will be adding new model. So users are going to interact with the new model, and if everything is working well, it will take into the final phase. It will get integrated fully. So this is going to be the whole life cycle over here. And let's talk about who are the people involved over here. Who are the people involved? Let me just remove few things. One thing we have to just remember, from here to here, that is EDA. EDA, from understanding the business problem. It is going to take 60% to 70% of the time of the entire project. It is time taken process, because you understood the problem. You're not going to come to the conclusion in one day. Okay, what we have to do? It is going to be a time taken process. Data gathering will also take some time. It is not going to be like in the one day you have completed all the things and here going to deploy it. No. Now, who are the people who like involving in each and every phase? Now here there will be one guy sitting in the middle. We call this guy as data scientist. Now, data scientist is going to involved in each and every step of the project, each and every step of the project. He knows about all the things. Apart from integrating the model in the workflow, he knows all the things, but model deployment part is also known to data scientist. So data scientist is going to sit with a person over here. Let me just have a new color. Data scientist is going to sit with a person here to understand the business problem, and this person is going to be business analyst. Now, business analysts are the person who is going to work as a bridge between technical and non-technical people. Who are non-technical, the clients are non-technical people. Who are technical, the data science team. They are technical part. So they are going to convey the message. Basically, it is going to work as a bridge, and they are very good in understanding the business. They will understand the business very well, and the same message will be conveyed to the data science team. So this person is going to involve over here, and the same task can be taken by data scientist itself. As I told you, data scientist is also good in understanding the business problem. But we have data analyst as well. Now, data gathering. So basically, data is not always you will be getting in the Excel format. So you will get data in, let's say CSV file. You will get data in Excel file. But sometimes data you will be having in data warehouse, data lakes, and all these places. Those who have taken the fabric class, you may know about all these terms. So here, the data that we are storing, it is not always we will be getting in Excel or CSV file. We have to take the data from database or data warehouse or data lakes. If you talk about database could be RDBMS, any RDBMS. It could be PostgreSQL, MySQL. But data warehouse, the place where you will be storing the data in unstructured format as well. Now, who is going to be the person helping the data science team to gather the data? This person is going to be the data engineer. Data engineer, these people are not the part of data science team, but they are going to help here to gather the data, because they know the data warehouse or database very well, and they know what type of data you need, what exactly the data you need for your problem statement. Then we will be having data pre-processing, data feature engineering, and EDA. And who is the person involved in all this step with data scientist? Starting from the starting of the project, that is understanding the problem statement, gathering the data, and this task majorly is going to be done by that particular person till EDA. The person is going to be involved over here. We call him as data analyst. Data analyst is going to work on the data. He or she is going to take the most of the time in the project. And data analyst basically works under data scientist. A data scientist may have 10 to 20 data analysts working under them. It may be more. And data scientists will be working under lead data scientist. So data analyst job is not very simple, if I say. So they are gathering the data, they are taking the data, they are also understanding the problem. Then after gathering the data, they are pre-processing, they are looking into the data, they are exploring the data. After exploring, they are performing the pre-processing. If feature engineering is required, they will be doing all those things. And the most important thing, EDA. So job of data analyst is also going to be the storytelling. He's going to perform all the analytics part, that is descriptive analytics, predictive analytics. If it is required, he is going to show the visualization over here, or visualization can be shown through a dashboard. It can be shown through a dashboard. Dashboard means what? You can also take the data in Power BI and you can show a Power BI report. Power BI report, nothing but dashboard. So these are the skills that data analyst is going to have. Data analyst is going to have Python, like including EDA and all, where they should also know maths and stats. They are good in SQL. Why SQL? Because data, they sometimes they have to gather the data from the database, relational database, through the tables that we have. So SQL is required, and yes, Power BI, knowledge of Power BI is required over there. So all these things will get combined together, and these are going to be the skill that makes a data analyst. Now here, when data analyst work is over, he is done with the Power BI report and all, or he's done with ED and all. Then the job is going to be given to this particular phase, and this particular phase is going to be handled by ML engineer, machine learning engineer. Now, machine learning engineer, or you can also call it as AI ML engineer. You might have seen there is a role in the market, AI ML engineer. AI ML engineer means what? Engineer who knows about machine learning, deep learning, and anything related to AI. I'm not talking about robotics. Don't take people. When I say AI, people started thinking about robots. Like this is just an understanding of a normal people, like in our society. If you would say AI, they will say robot. So AI robot is not limited over there. So we have a lot of things. So AI ML engineer or machine learning engineer. So these people are well versed in understanding the algorithm, which algorithm, when to use that particular algorithm. And this person, data analyst, sorry, data scientist, is going to work with ML engineer. Data scientist is going to work with ML engineer. They are going to sit and decide which machine learning algorithm is going to be best suited for this particular problem statement. There are many algorithms in the market. Which algorithm we are going to use? This decision is going to be made by data scientist and ML engineer. Then the model will get trained, it will get evaluated, and the final phase is going to be the deployment. And this deployment is not going to be directly done by the data scientist or ML engineer. Yes, they will be involved. They will be involved in that particular phase, but this phase is going to be done by dev team. As I told you, dev team, or you can also call it like software development team. We don't know about the application. Application means what? The software. Who knows about the software? The person who has developed the software. They know how to integrate that particular machine learning model in the pipeline. We don't know. But we will be helping these people to understand what is basically we will be getting the outcome from the deployment or the integration. The major thing is going to be done by the dev team. So this is the whole life cycle over here, whole life cycle. And now here in machine learning nowadays, like we are living in 2025, we are just going to 2026. I am taking machine learning over here just for the reference. You can take GenAI application also, the development of GenAI application. GenAI application means what? Let's suppose I have to create a chatbot. The chatbot is going to answer the business related questions and answer. So all the things are going to be done by these engineers over here. Or here you can take the GenAI engineer. GenAI engineer. So these people are going to be involved over here. And let's suppose you have created a chatbot. Who is going to integrate the chatbot in that particular application? Dev team. Dev team is going to integrate. You might have seen like chatbot is everywhere nowadays. from the IRCTC app, the railway ticket booking app, to any flight booking app you will go, you will find there is a chatbot. In Zomato, you have a chatbot. In Swiggy, you have a chatbot. Like almost all the businesses, they are having their own chatbot, right? So these chatbots are handling the query, and nowadays what you are going to see, even a simple application, if I'm going to show you a simple application like VS Code. I think I have the VS Code open. Just a second. Okay, that one I have closed. Let me open it again. Okay, it is not. Let me try to open one folder. I think I have closed that particular window. Like that assistant was also okay. No problem. What we can see. Okay, these are the project that we are working on. I was just trying to show you the AI assistant. It was there. I have closed it. I don't know how to open it again. I will check it. I think toggle chat, open chat. Okay, I think this is the yes. Here you can see we have an AI assistant in VS Code as well. Basically, whatever you are working over here, it is going to help you to understand like what is the problem you are facing and all. So you can add any tool over here. And very simple, if I'm going to show you this one itself, that is, this is my Edge browser. My default browser is Edge, and what I have over here, Copilot. Now, whatever the tab I have opened over here, I can ask the question related to this particular tab over here. So summarize the main points on this page. So on this page means what the web page that I have opened. Okay, I will allow. Here you go. So this is how we are integrating Gen AI everywhere. Everywhere we are integrating. Not only on coding platform, we are also uh, loading it in here like a simple browser. Uh, okay, it looks quite messy, but is it clear to everyone? The life cycle.
Yes.
Yes.
Somehow it's clear. Like once we'll keep on going with the things, it will be.
Yeah. So we will be, working in all the phases. Then I will be reminding you, okay, we are in this phase, we are in this phase. Data gathering, as of now, it is going to be simple for us because most of the time we'll be working on data that we will be having in CSV format. But data pre-processing, feature engineering, the EDA, you will be working on this type of projects, the EDA. All right. Now, the main thing is, okay, what we will be using, what we are going to use. So basically, we are going to use a programming language as a tool that is going to be Python programming language. Let me change the color. Okay, so this is the language that we will be starting with, and this language will go till the end from the starting from the ML part, not only the ML part. So EDA, machine learning or deep learning, Gen AI, or when you will be working on agentic AI. So this language will be there that we will be using Python only. Python is chosen as the language for AI. Why it is, we'll be discussing all about this. Let's try to understand from the very basic. Let me know how many of you are not familiar with programming, not familiar with programming or coding, whatever we call it. I just want to understand the audience. How many of you are not familiar with coding?
I'm not familiar.
I'm not even familiar with coding.
Okay, Kishore and Gyaneswar is not familiar with coding. Fine, no problem. So I will, take it from that particular phase. If everyone is familiar with coding, so he could actually, start taking with them, uh, technical terms. Fine. Let me just.
Piyush,
Okay.
I have a doubt.
Yes, Aswati.
Actually, only in this ML related, this task can only be work using Python, or do we have any other way? Because
Other way, if I'm going to talk about other way, nowadays we have no code tool like Langflow, like n8n. But in the backend, if you're going to see, let me check, like if I can show you.
why am I asking this question? Because in EY, even this Python is an open source. We are not allowed to use this Python related projects.
Okay. It is installing. Okay, it was already installed.
At
Okay,
least in my team, I'm not that familiar with technical team.
Now the thing is that you are saying it is open source, that's why it is not getting used. But most of the tool like we are using, let's just take example of ChatGPT only. If you're going to ask ChatGPT to write code on a basic problem, by default it is going to write the code in Python only. And which programming language is not open source? Every programming language is open source. C, C++, everything is open source, right? So it is not like that they are not allowing you. Maybe you may be having some different, what I can say,
That is
different restrictions.
some dependency wise it happens. Like in my place also, or sometime they need a lot of permissions to provide you particular version of Python which can be accessed, and many like whatever they put na, some security and issue they used to put. For that reason they used to make the
Yeah,
things.
I got it. I got it. So basically, yes, there will be some restriction for using some application or using version of a particular application or even a programming language. Now, but if it is a requirement, now let's suppose my requirement is Python 3.13, but my company is allowing only 3.10. Now we have to ask for the permission. Like if I'm going to talk about in many companies, you can't even open YouTube in your laptop. Now they will be allowing you to open the YouTube, but not all the things you can view. They will be restricting many of the website. You can't open Netflix in the company's laptop. In most of the company that I have seen, it is not in my company. I can do everything in my company's laptop. Okay, it's taking time. Let it be. By the end of the session, if it is done, so I will show you. No, it. I have already installed it. It is taking much time. So basically, we have no code platform also. We have to just drag and drop. Let's suppose you are creating any AppGNA application using Langflow. We will be discussing Langflow as well. So when you are going to look the code that is getting used behind that, it is going to be nothing but Python itself. All the code is going to be in Python. Python is base of everything right now, not the base of in like the operating system and all, but whatever the AI application we are using nowadays, or the integration that you have seen the AI in our day-to-day life, it is getting done with Python. I'm not saying it can't get achieved by other languages. So there is one more language called R. So with the help of R, you can perform EDA, you can do machine learning, you can do deep learning, but I haven't seen any GenAI application developed in R.
May I say something?
Yes, Amrish.
Actually, Python is highly enriched with many libraries. Actually, people
Yes.
have developed many libraries where all the functionalities they have already developed and accumulated into that one. So that suppose you are trying to write something in Java, you just link the same to Python, and Python have his own libraries who can do the same function for Java as well, for C++ as well. So those kind of libraries are being prepared more conveniently in Python. So people are adopting more Python because you can just simply drag a library, follow certain command and execute that one. So that it would be easier. Not like if you are going for C or Java, you are command based things. You have to follow certain procedure, but it will help you. But in Python, it will help you to do the things without following certain procedure. It's not a procedural language for that
Hmm.
purpose mainly.
Exactly. Like I will be talking about the advantages and all, but most of the time I think you have already listed. Fine. Okay. So we have few batchmates with us, those who are not familiar with coding or
Yeah,
programming.
exactly. Actually, I have learned Python, but I am not familiar because I never worked on things. So I know the
Yeah,
theory, but
it will take
practically I'm zero.
like it is just like like all the programming language. If I'm going to consider, or in the even the topic I'm going to consider coding. Coding is just like mathematics. If you are not solving the problems, if you are
Exactly,
just watching the YouTube video or you are attending the lecture, you are not going to learn. You have to make your hand dirty.
exactly. Like theoretically, you'll know everything, but practically, it's not possible to implement. That's
Yes.
what.
Yes, exactly. All right, fine. So here I'm just going to start from very basic. So here we are going to use Python programming language, and from the next session we'll start coding. So those who have not even coded, you will be writing the first code in the next session. Uh, so
And
we'll try to understand what exactly. Yes, someone is saying something.
sorry, Pius, for interrupting. Just
Hmm.
last one thing. For this
Hmm.
Python use, actually, I have installed Anaconda. Using that one like notebook or PyCharm or Spider, can we use the Python for this kind of thing?
Yeah. So I was about to ask everyone to
Okay,
install Anaconda only. That you have
okay,
already installed in advance. That's good. If you want to use other ID, you are free to use other IDs as well. But most preferable for us in for the beginning is going to be Jupyter Notebook only. We
okay.
will be using Jupyter Notebook from Anaconda.
Yes, yes. Because PyCharm I was looking, but it was bit. I'm feeling bit complex, and even if Spider as well.
Yeah. PyCharm basically it is good for developing the application and all, but I would prefer to use VS Code. Like if I'm going to develop any application and all,
Okay,
by using front end, back end, all that things. But PyCharm is good. Like it is getting used by the people who are working on Python development, like Python plus Django and all.
okay.
People are using PyCharm. All right. So here I'm just going to start from very basic. We are going to start with Python programming language. First of all, we have to understand what exactly language is. I'm just asking a simple word meaning. Those who are very new to coding, they can answer. What do you understand by this term language? Anyone?
to which a computer can understand.
Okay.
Communication, against communication.
Yes, language used for communication. So basically, language act as a bridge between two person to communicate, to convey the emotion, to convey the thoughts. Now, why we need programming language? So programming language is just a requirement to communicate with computer. We communicate with computer. Python is one of the programming language that we use over here. Why Python and all that we'll be discussing, but how the things get work over here. Now, Python basically, if you talk about the language, we have basically two types of language. That is low level language and high level language. Low level language and high level language. Okay, what do you think? Which language we use in our day-to-day life? I'm using English. You may use Kannada. You may use Tamil, Malayalam, and all. What type of languages are this? Low level or high level? What do you think?
High level.
High level, yes, exactly, high level. So high level is the language that a human can understand. English, Hindi, Kannada, and all. But what computer understands? Low level language. Computer only understands low level language. Now, what is there in between that is helping us to convert the low level to high level and high level to low? So basically, what is happening? We used to give input. Computer will process it. This is what you might have seen your school notebook, sorry, a school textbook. Input processing and simple output. Input that we are giving, input is given in high level language. But at the time of processing, it is getting converted into low level language so that computer can understand. Computer only understands numbers. So converting it low level means we are converting into numbers like binary and all. When the processing is done, processing is going to be done in low level only, but at the time of output, again, we need it to be in the way that a human can understand, that is high level language. Now, what is here in between that is converting high level to low level and low level to high level? Anyone?
You're asking which will convert low level to high level, right?
Yes.
It's an interpreter, right? Here in Python.
Yes. So, yes, interpreter, or we also call it compiler. Just a second. Let me type compiler and interpreter. So interpreter are basically built on compiler only. Compiler and interpreter, like these things, are going to be responsible for converting the high level to low level and vice versa. What is the basic difference over here? If I'm going to talk about compiler and interpreter, let's talk about the basic difference. Compiler and interpreter. So if I'm going to talk about some compiler based languages, they are C, C++, C#, Java. These are compiler based languages. Interpreter based languages, we have Python, we have R, we have JavaScript. So these are the interpreter based languages. And you will see like all these languages are getting used in the market. If you are using Windows, it is coded on C. If you are playing any game, let's say a video game, that particular game is coded in C++ or C#. These two languages are getting used mostly in gaming and all. Then we have Java. Java is getting used in most of the applications that we use in day-to-day life. Whatever the software that we are using, most of the software are coded in Java. And if you're using any Android app, so mostly like there is a chance that Android app is coded in Java. In Android Studio, people use Java only. There is other languages also, like Kotlin is there. You can also use Kotlin. You can also use Python for developing Android app. But why people are preferring Java? Now, if you talk about the advantages, it is going to be faster as compared to interpreter, and interpreter based languages are going to be slower. It is going to be slower. It is just like that. Let's suppose you are traveling from Bangalore to Delhi. The time Python will take to reach from Bangalore to Delhi, C++ will take 10 round trip. That much faster C++ this particular applications are. Okay, you will say Python is slower, then why we are using all these things? So there are a few reasons behind that. If we talk about one disadvantage over here, debugging is complex. Debugging is complex in compiler-based languages. Debugging means what? Like if you have got any error, bug means error. Debugging is what? Solving that error. Debugging is going to be complex, and here debugging is going to be simple. Debugging, we can say debugging is going to be simple over here. How this thing is happening? Let's suppose we have a file where we have written 10 lines of code over here, and we have a file over here for, let's say, Python, and we have written 10 lines of code over here. What compiler is going to do? Compiler is going to execute all the code in one go. All the code will get executed. But in compiler based languages, all the code will get executed. People say line by line. We can say statement by statement. Statement by statement. Now, what advantage we are getting over here? Let's suppose in line number 3, if you are having the error, here it is error, you will come to know when all the things will get executed. Now, just imagine you are having 10,000 lines of code, you are creating any application. After executing all the 10,000 lines, then you will come to know, okay, I had error in line number 3. But if you have error in line number 3, this particular line, the 4th line, will not get executed. So this is what the advantage we are having. It will stop over here itself. That's why we are saying debugging is easy. That is the main difference. And the language that we are using is Python. It's interpreter-based languages. So why? Now the question is why Python is chosen for the language of AI. There are multiple reasons. The first of all, easy syntax. Easy syntax. Simply, I'm just going to do a Google search, and I will show you 2 to 3 languages, and I will show you the comparison with Python. Let's say let me close this tab. Yes. Let's say hello world program in C. How many lines of code you have seen over here? Like this is the header file. Then we have a main function. In that main function, we are having one command printf that is going to print this message hello world. We have written 0. Then like 4 lines of code we can see in C. If I'm going to make it in Java, hello world Java program. Here you can see again, just for printing this message, a simple message, hello world. Just for printing this simple message, hello world, I am creating a class. And under the class, I am having a function. A lot of things, like just for print a message, I have to write this thing print system.out.println, and then this message. and so many curly braces and all. So again, 3 lines of code just to print a simple message. Now the same thing if I'm going to see in Python, if you are going to see in Python, that's it. Print hello world. The thing that we were doing in 4 lines and 3 lines in Python, we are going to do or complete it in 1 line only. So 10 lines of code written in Java, in Python, you can complete in 3 to 4 lines. That is what the easy syntax wala part we are having. And Python is very straightforward. The easiest language that you can see. Then we have the main reason for Python is chosen for the language of AI is going to be library support. Library support. For each and every task, we have library. Library means what? Let's suppose you want to perform some calculation and all. You have NumPy, numerical Python. You can perform statistical calculation through NumPy. You can perform trigonometrical calculation, all the things. Including for calculation, we have one more library called SciPy, Scientific Python. If you are going to work with data, you have pandas. With the help of pandas, you can read Excel file in the Python environment. You can read CSV file, anything. If you want to do the data visualization, you have Matplotlib, Seaborn and all. And we have different frameworks also. Framework means what? Let's suppose I want to work on machine learning. I will be using a library called scikit-learn. If I want to work on deep learning, I will be using TensorFlow. I want to create GenAI application. I can use LangChain, Creo AI. All these things we will be using. So just you need to install few things. Scikit-learn, you don't need to install. sklearn. TensorFlow, you need to install. LangChain, you need to install. Creo AI, you need to install. And installation will not take much time. In C, C++, these things are not there. In Java is not there. Now, if you will ask me, can't we do machine learning in Java? The answer is yes, we can do machine learning in Java, but you have to write the algorithm from the scratch. You have to write the algorithm from the scratch. That is the problem. And as the Python is one of the most getting used languages nowadays, yes, you have a very good community support. Community, what does community means? Where people are giving their problem that they are facing and people are solving, other people are solving. There are many community like if I'm going to talk about few community, the first community like most people have gone through was Stack Overflow, but after the rise of ChatGPT, very less people are using Stack Overflow. So on this community, like if you're going to post something, and you will find many people are posting their question and other people are answering question related to Flutter, like iOS development, like everything you will get over here, and you are also going to get for Python. Another community, if you're going to talk about one community that I want you to register in, that is Kaggle.com. In Kaggle.com, what exactly you will be getting? So what is their level up with the largest AI and ML community? So basically they host competitions. Competition will be having some prize pool. Prize pool means what? Like you can see $200,000 and all. So things related to AI you will be getting over here. There are few more things, LLM classification, fine tuning for knowledge. You will be having some competition just for swag. Swag means what? Like you will be getting bag, t-shirt and all. So you can participate over here. And let's suppose you need data to work on a problem. You can get the data set from here. Data set is here. Okay, let's suppose I want to work on email classification project. I will type email classification, and here I'm just getting phishing email data set, spam email classification. Let's say I have this particular data set. From here I can download data, I can work on, or else I can also see there is an option called how people are solving this problem. Let's say I'm going to open this particular notebook, and I can see how they're approaching this problem, how they're writing the code. I'm not saying copy the code from here. You can take, you can take some idea, copy the idea, don't copy the code. You can copy the idea. You can learn from the things that they have done. So similarly, like we are having a very large community for Python for machine learning, and if, like most of the code you will find over here, people are solving in Python only. You will see few of the notebook people are also writing code in R programming language, but 99% will be in Python, right? And the best thing is that you can also create your own library, and you can also uh, publish that. Let's suppose, let me take one name. Let's suppose there is a name called Kishore. Kishore can create a library called Kishore, and it can get published. As Python is open source, we can publish. So all these things are possible with Python.
One can you go to the Kaggle.com?
Kaggle, okay.
So the models mentioned over there, right? So are those AI models, or can you explain about that?
Okay, basically, look, when we have to solve a problem, we need data. You can get data from here. Let me remove these drawings, just a second. Yes, you're talking about data sets, right? So we can get data sets from here.
No, I was asking about models.
Okay, this here, models.
Yeah.
Okay. So models that you are getting over here, this is the thing that they have added latest. Here, the models that is mentioned over here, that is large language model. Gamma 2, Mini Mistral, Quen, Function Gamma, these are the language model. Like ChatGPT is using a model called GPT 5.2, the latest model that they are using, OpenAI. So similarly, we have these models over here. Hugging Face is also providing you model. So this model we will be using in one of our project, that is BERT based uncased. Transformers and all will be using all these things, sentence transformers. These two will be using. So you can get the models from here also. You can download the model in your system and you can use it. These are the pre-trained models. Okay, pre-trained models. Directly you can download and you can use it. You're not going to train anything from the scratch. Right? I hope it is clear.
Yeah.
All right. Now there are a lot of things over here. Python is open source. I think I don't need to write it down, but let me write it down. Open source. Open source means what? Okay, guys, what you understood by this term open source?
Freely available.
Okay, easily available. Easily available. Okay, it is fine. So open source means what? There are two aspects. That means source code is available and it is open for everyone. Source code means what? What exactly the function? Let's suppose I am using a machine learning algorithm. What is the code behind that machine learning algorithm in scikit-learn? I can see that code. That does open source mean, that is source code is available. Okay, the next thing is going to be where we are going to use all these things. Where means what? We are talking about the tools. What are the tools we are going to use? So I will mention some tools that you can install and you can be ready for the next session. And if you are facing any problem in the next session, no problem, I will be helping you in installing as well. For me, it is already installed, and installation is a time taken process, so I won't be able to show you, but it is as easy as installing any application. So the tool that we are going to use, the first tool that I am recommending is going to be Jupyter Notebook, where we are going to write the code in Python. Jupyter Notebook. And you are not going to install Jupyter Notebook directly. You are going to install one package called Anaconda Navigator. Anaconda Navigator. The second thing that you can use is going to be Google Colab. Google Colab is nothing but online Jupyter Notebook. For using Google Colab, you need nothing but an internet connection and a Google account. That's it. And whatever the file that you're going to create, it will get created in your Google Drive. It will occupy space in the Google Drive. Jupyter Notebook you will be using locally, and here it will be online on Google's cloud platform. It is a platform provided on Google Cloud. The next thing that you can use other IDs as well. Like if you want in Jupyter Anaconda Navigator itself, you will be getting Jupyter Lab as well. Jupyter Lab, both are same. Jupyter Notebook. In Jupyter Lab also you will be creating Jupyter Notebook only, right? And the next thing that you can use code editors if you want. Code editors, let's say VS Code, that I am recommending. VS Code, you can simply download it from Microsoft Store, or you can download it from anywhere. I hope all of you are using Windows. Anyone using MacBook? Anyone with MacBook here? No one is using MacBook, right? Fine. If you're using MacBook, you can download it from your App Store. You will find VS Code here in Microsoft Store, or you can download it from any other online source as well. It's fine. So you can simply write VS Code, and it is there, Visual Studio Code. You can simply install it. For me, it is already installed. You can install it. It is a product of Microsoft only. I will be telling you like how you're going to add the extensions and all. What is the major thing I want from you need to be installed in the next session? That is Anaconda Navigator. From where you're going to download Anaconda Navigator, I will be sharing you a link. Simply you have to just do one search on Google or Bing, that is download Anaconda Navigator. So from here you will be getting the first link, and here you have download now option. You can click on free download, and you can also look into the products, right? Let me just click on download, and here it is saying download now, get access in 3 seconds, completely free. Okay, it's asking for sign up and all. I think I have already created an account. All right. So here you can see like two things are there. Anaconda distribution, where we will be getting 8,000 plus libraries and all, package of Jupyter Notebook and all. And here we have Miniconda, where you will be getting Python, Conda, and essential dependencies. You can choose any one of them. What I'm recommending, you can download this one. If your system configuration is not much good, you can go with this one. Both are similar, but you will be getting a few more things over here. So Anaconda Navigator you can download, and it's Anaconda distribution over here. If you are using Mac, you have option for Mac, and which particular Mac you are using, so you can go with anyone. Linux, I don't think anyone of you are using Linux. Most of you are using Windows only, so you can go with this one or this one. Both are fine. Here you will be getting other IDs as well, like Jupyter, Jupyter Lab, Spider, and all. Here you will be getting only one thing, that is Python, Conda, Environment. So install locally and all. Simply you can click here and it will get started downloading. I also need to update it. I will be updating mine. Let me just share this link with you. Okay, let me open it again. Okay, I'm not getting the option from here. I'm the admin, but don't know, I'm not getting from the admin. Let it be. Let it be. I will share it in some time. I'll show you what exactly we'll be doing with Anaconda Navigator. So I'm just going to open Anaconda Navigator. You will get an executable file. Simply you have to go with the flow. Go with the flow means what? Just keep clicking on next, 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 and install the thing. Once it is installed, you will get this thing. Let it get open. It will take some time to open, so that's why we won't be opening the Anaconda Navigator again and again. We are going to use Jupyter Notebook directly. Okay, so it is also giving you an AI assistant over here. You can sign in with your ID and you will be getting it. Let me just close it over here. And what are the tools we are getting? So tools are PyCharm that need to get installed and all. But what we are interested in, we are interested in this particular tool, that is Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook. You will also get to launch VS Code also here. For me, it is already installed. I'm getting the launch option. It also provides one more thing, RStudio, that you need to install. As we are not going to use R, then it is not required. So the main thing that we want to use is this one, that is Jupyter Notebook. You can launch it from here, but even let's suppose it is not open, you can directly open Jupyter Notebook. I'll tell you. Once your Anaconda Navigator is installed, you can simply search for Jupyter Notebook over here. For me, Jupyter Notebook is here, and Jupyter Notebook is going to take your default browser. It is going to use default browser. So it is a browser-based IDE. IDE means what? Integrated Development Environment, the environment where we are going to develop the project. For me, this thing is going to be different, a bit different. For you, it may be different, the structure and all. But here you can see I'm having one option called desktop. I can go on desktop. On my desktop, I can see these are the folders I have. One folder I have created called Uppsala DS. I can come over here and I can simply create one file. So you can see there is an option called new. In new, you have this thing, like you can create a new folder, you can create a new file, a text file and all, or else you can create a Python 3 kernel. All right, so here we can see Jupyter Notebook is open and we are getting a cell. This is a cell by cell option, and from here we can edit the name of the file. So let's say the file is, I'm going to give the name as Apsala Jan 2026. Okay. Jan 2026, and here I can write the code. Let's say I want to print something. I will write print. I want to print a message. Hello world. There are multiple options to run the code. I can click here on run button, it will run. Or else we can use keyboard shortcut. So there are two keyboard shortcut. Control plus enter, control plus enter. Control plus enter will run the current cell and you will see the output. We have one more shortcut key, that is shift plus enter. Shift plus enter is going to run the current cell. It is going to create a new cell for you like this. Here we can print some other messages. Right now, one thing you will see over here, something is called IPYNB. So when we create a Python file, so Python file is basically of two types. What are the two types? If you are going to come here in download, okay, download option, it is not showing like that. Let it be. So Python file is of two types. What are these two types? When you are going to create a Python file, let's suppose you are creating a simple Python file. It is going to be have this index.py. What is this with py file? When you are going to run this file, all the code will get executed in the entire file. Then we have one more extension called IPYNB. IPYNB stands for Interactive Python Notebook. In Python Notebook, what we get? We get this thing like cells. Okay, we are getting cell. I'll show you in VS Code. I have opened one. Okay, I have closed that. Let me open one file. I will show you in that particular file. Here you can see. Let's suppose I am having this file app.py. Let me close this. So you can see here I have written all the code. When I am going to run this file, that means all the code will get executed from beginning to end. This approach we will be taking when we'll be creating some application. So this is one of the GNI application that I have created, a simple application that we'll be discussing later. And here we will be having the cell by cell option, where we can run a block of code, 2 lines of code, 10 lines of code. It depends. So that's why we will be using Jupyter Notebook. It is going to be user friendly. If you're getting error in a single line, you can get the error over here. Let's suppose I'm getting some error. I'm going to make some error over here. Let's say I'm going to change the name. I'm getting error. So name print is not defined. That is, it is print, not print. I can solve this error. The second thing that I was talking about was Google Colab. For using Google Colab, you can simply type on Google Colab. That's it, Google Colab. You will get the first link, that is collab.research.google.com. You can open it and you will see like here I have few notebooks already that I have created a long ago. You have an option called new notebook. You can click on new notebook, or if you have any notebook in your system, you can download it. If you have it from any Google Drive, you can take it from there as well. I'm going to create a new notebook. I can also change the name of the notebook over here. I'm just going to say, let's say, Uppsala Python step 1. All right, fine. And here I can start writing the coding. Let's say the same thing I'm going to do, print hello. And when I'm going to run this code, you will find it is connecting. I have used the shortcut Shift plus enter. It is connecting. It is connecting to the server. What you are getting here, the thing is that to run anything, we need some component like hardware component. It is going to assign something for you. What it has assigned? 12 GB of RAM and 107 GB of disk space for your project. So this is what you are getting over here on Colab. You can use Colab initially. You can use Jupyter Notebook, whatever you want. In Colab, you are also getting a helping assistant over here. They are providing Gemini 2.5 plus the model by default, and you can simply write anything. Let's suppose I want to ask one person, like write a program to add 2 numbers. Add 2 numbers. And not only for writing the program, let's suppose if you are getting any sort of error and all, you can use Gemini over here, this coding assistant, and it will write all the things for you. And here you go. I have got the things, I will run it. I'm getting the output. Fine. Initially, please don't use AI assistant for writing your code and all. If you're using AI assistant, that means what? You're going to copy and paste. Don't become a copy and paster. Copy and paste will make you Xerox machine only. Try to write the code. Try to write the code, each and every line, each and every keyword, each and every word. Right? So what I want you to be like completed by the next class, that is you need to download Anaconda Navigator. I will be sharing this link with you. Just a second. I don't know why it is not allowing me to open it here. Let me open WhatsApp web maybe. Okay, I'll do one thing. I will share it to my phone. All right, I have shared it. Don't know why I'm not getting the option to send from here. From my phone, I'm able to send. All right, fine. Just download and install Jupyter and this thing, Anaconda Navigator in your system. If any one of you are not able to install, I will be helping you out in the next session. Clear till here, everyone? Any sort of doubt you have?
Clear, Piyush.
No.
All right, fine. Fine, then we'll meet in the next session, and next session we are going to start working on Python. If you have not coded in your lifetime, so you will be writing the first line of code. All right, then see you on Saturday now. Saturday is going to be what date? Just a second, let me check.
3rd of January.
3rd of Jan. All right then. So we'll be meeting next year now. Happy New Year, everyone, in advance.
Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year, Piyush.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining today. See you on Saturday. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.